Brand name targeting is totally different from ASIN targeting. So in ASIN targeting, in my previous lecture, I talked about targeting specific ASINs. Yes, that is a specific product, a specific seller that you are trying to target. However, with brand name targeting, we are targeting the keywords. So for example, if I want to target eDiva Jade Roller right here, I want to show up maybe for the search results for eDiva Jade Roller. If there are customers who are searching eDiva Jade Roller, and I click search right here, and I want to show up right in page 1 position somewhere here, then that is when I would put in exactly the brand name keywords eDiva Jade Roller. That's the only time you will be using brand name targeting. Again, I suggest you guys to create a separate campaign every time you are trying to do something different. So you have a separate campaign for ASIN targeting, you have a separate campaign for brand name targeting, you have a separate campaign for broad phrase, exact keyword targeting. There's so many different types of campaigns that you can run, but you need to separate them so you fully understand what is going on in each campaign. Let's get started here. So for sponsored products, continue. Campaign name, Jade Roller brand targeting. So I know exactly what I'm trying to do. Daily budget, $15. Manual targeting, Jade Roller brands targeting. Remember, it's just something you can remember it by. Add my product. Bidding is fixed bids, so we can control our bid. And targeting here will be keyword targeting. So before we checked off product targeting, and that's when we target specific ASINs. But here we are targeting the brand name, so it will be keyword targeting. And our keywords, remember, it will be eDiva Jade Roller. So we can show up for eDiva Jade Roller and all the Jade Rollers that are on page 1 every time a customer searches eDiva Jade Roller. This is a type of campaign that you will run, again, when you think that your product is much better than the seller that you are trying to target. It's very important that your product does have more value, more reviews, and maybe even a better price, because you want the customer to buy. You want to convert for these brand names, right? So that's why it's so important that you know for certain that your product is 110% better. We'll go back here, and I would target exact because we want to convert for every time a customer exactly types in eDiva Jade Roller. We can do broad and phrase as well. You can test out to see how those convert. However, I think to start, it's very obvious that we just want to convert for exactly a customer that searches eDiva Jade Roller. So add keywords. And your bid here, I don't have a suggested bid because this is my dummy account. It probably has no data to kind of determine what my suggested bid is. However, for your keyword bid, I would bid a little more than the suggested bid because we do want to show up on top of the search results, right? I know these two are sponsored products, but we do want to show up somewhere on the top of page 1. Remember, it's very important that we are showing up there. So I would always bid just slightly above the suggested bid and maybe even higher than the greatest suggested bid. That is for you to test, and again, manually check your mobile device to see where your ad is placed. You want to be placed number 1 or number 2 spot on your mobile device. After you have set this up, you would click on launch campaign, and that's it. Let it run for a few days. I would say up to a week. I always like to run things up to 7 days to see how it performs. If you are not getting any sales, I would put this brand name into my negative keywords and test different brands. I don't always have brand name campaigns running all the time. I actually don't prefer them. However, there's so many different types of campaigns that you can run, and I wanted to show this to you guys in case for your product, you know absolutely that you want to target exactly that brand name. A tip that I want to share with you guys is you might want to stay away from big brand names. For example, if you are selling a pair of runners and you are going to target Nike runners, I highly doubt that you will convert that well because Nike is a very highly respected brand, right? You want to target brand names that are high private label sellers. As long as they are private label and they are making a lot of revenue and you think your product is better, then you may target their brand name. But don't try to go after big respected brands.